What's up, you guys? Slim here at Team Symmetry, here to bring you guys the first place winning deck from San Jose Regionals that took place this past weekend on November 10th. It's by the player Arturo Porras. Shout out to you, bro. This guy was really cool. I met him during his round 9 match against Andrew Doe, whose profile I also featured on my channel, and I requested to the both of them if I would be able to get their profiles. I unfortunately was told to my face I was unable to record. And it really sucked. Like, for me, I went there to record and I brought a fun deck and they told me I couldn't record, so it kind of sucked. So I kind of just dropped out early, hoping that I'd be able to get footage. I did get that one profile, and thanks to a couple people, I was able to get this profile as well as the remaining top 8. So shout out to AJ, Tiny Mech. It means a lot to me that you sent me the profiles. I'll be uploading those throughout the week, but I promised Arturo. He messaged me on YouTube and sent me his list, and as well as a full tournament report, which I'm going to present to you guys. But before I do, I'm going to get into his deck list. He ended up going 8-1 in Swiss, finishing, I believe, second. His only loss was to Andrew. It was to Andrew's Dino Rabbits, and then he made it to the top 8, and he ended up winning the whole thing. The finals being against Agents. So let's get into it real quick. So we start with one Cyber Dragon. Really interesting that he's maining Cyber Dragon, but I can see why. The card's really good. It's an out to Gear Gears. They don't expect game 1, so it's pretty good. We got 2 Bubble Mans. He didn't run 3 because this isn't supposed to be Bubble Beat. This is supposed to be Hero Beat. He decided to throw in the Bubble Mans because it gave him that added OTK potential. The standard 3 Alias and the Stratos, I don't need to explain those. The 1 Tech Fossil Dyna, this probably threw a lot of players off because you would attack into it, it just blow up your whole field, or if you summoned it with a bunch of back rows, he was pretty much safe. 1 Gores. A lot of people would probably not agree with the Gores with all the back row, but he'd really know how to burn the back row, and then he'd have Gores as a follow-up. 1 Honest, because he has a lot of light monsters, and 3 Thunder Kings. 3 freaking Thunder Kings. I saw this, I was like, wow, he was really ready for a lot of the format, and Thunder King's a really defining card of the format, so I think 3 was a really nice call on his part. So that's it for the monsters. It's 13 monsters. On to the spells. Staple, Dark Hold, the 2 E-Calls. Only 2 Spark. He ran 2 Spark because he told me that Spark can be dead sometimes, so 2 is all you need. Made a lot of sense to me. Staple, Heavy Storm, 3 Miracle, obvious. Monster Reborn, only 2 MST. Since he's running Sparks, that's another MST. 2 Duality for consistency, 1 Rhoda, and 2 main deck Super Poly. I saw this card in action when he was playing his round 9 match against Andrew. He actually flipped the Super Poly and made a Nova Master, so this card really put in a lot of work. I like this card. It was interesting he decided to main deck 2. I don't think a lot of people were ready for main deck Super Poly, even though it should be expected, so this was a really good call on his part. So that rounds out the spells. Onto the traps. 2 Compulse. Compulse is amazing this format. 2 D-Prison, 2 Mirror Force. I'm really starting to like 2 Mirror Force. I'm noticing how it really punishes bad players and how it can really just set up for really good field clearing. So I do like 2 Mirror Force. I think that was a really good call. The 2 Warnings, Starlight Road, and 2 Torrential. If you guys notice, he's not running Solemn Judgment. I figure he has so much protection in his back row. He has the Starlight Road. He has a lot of plays that he doesn't want to have to pay the life points, seeing as though he has to pay for Solemn Warning. So it makes sense. So there's his deck. It's 41 cards. Onto the side deck. 2 Kinetic Soldiers. I'm assuming this was for the mirror match and for Samurais. Puts in a lot of work. Same thing here, 2 Puppet Plants. A lot of people didn't expect this card. This card would be really good if he played against Samurai, since Sheehan can negate a lot of his key spells, so he could just Puppet Plant it and use it, so that's really good. 2 Max C's for windups and decks that special summon a lot. 2 Night Beam. This card's really good against Abyss Sphere. For a lot of people who wonder, Abyss Sphere is one of the main cards that the Mermail Atlanteans use to get their combos off. The Mermail will die at the end phase, and I believe it's Lin or whatever. When it goes to the grave, you search another or special another. So Night Beam put in a lot of work because they could not chain it. It's also good against Compulse because they can't chain Compulse either. 1 Nobleman for Gear Armors and Snowman Eaters. Makes a lot of sense. He'd see a lot of them. 3 Rivalry of Warlord. This was really interesting. This really does lock down a lot of decks, since a lot of decks run a lot of different types. Seeing as though he's running basically all Warriors, he was safe. So that made a lot of sense. And 3 Shadow Mirror for Inzector and Dark World. Very simple side deck. It really does answer the meta, though, really nicely. Here's on to the extra deck real quick. 1 Stardust to match the Starlight Road. 2 E-Hero The Shinings. 0 Great Tornado. Iscariato, Gaia, Nova Master, 1 Chimera Tech to match the Cyber Dragon in the main deck. Onto his Exceeds, we got the Shock Master. You can make that really easy, actually, with Bubble Mans and Aliases. Blade Armor, Pappy, greatest card ever invented. Excalibur. These 2 cards, Blade Armor and Excalibur, are OTK. Basically game enders. You make them very easily in the deck. He only ran 1 and 1. Because I told you guys his main goal was not Bubble Man. His main goal was to stun the opponent, and Bubble Man was just a follow up. 1 Maystroke and 1 Roach. So that's it for his deck. It's like I said, 41 cards. Heroes won the event. So his tournament report, which I have here, is that in round 1 he played the mirror match and he won it 2-1. In round 2 he played windups and 2-1'd it. He said they went into time, and on his last turn he had a rivalry and he had all monsters in hand. So basically he won, because he probably had Rat and probably didn't have a Rabbit or an Earth target or an actual target for Rat, so that's probably why he won. Round 3, he played against Heretics. He 2-0'd it. He said they couldn't get over my Shining. Round 4, he played Mermails. He won the match, 2-1 the match. Up was really weird. I didn't know the combos of the deck, so I couldn't really think about any of his plays. I had to play really cautious, but Absolute Zero was the MVP in the matchup, so that's really interesting. Round 5, he played Agents. He 2-0'd them. Round 6, he played Lightsworn, which he also 2-0'd them, and in Game 2, he said, I had a Shining and Excalibur out. He was at 1900 life points, and I had a set Torrential and a Starlight. His only play was to summon a Chaos Sorcerer, banish my Shining, so next turn I couldn't get over Sorcerer with Excalibur. But on the summon, I activated Torrential. He had no response, and chained Starlight so that I could get Stardust. He called it a good game at that point. Round 7, he played Machina Gadget. He 2-1'd it. He said Fortress was a problem, especially Game 3, but I drew the Cyber Dragon right when I needed it and made a Chimera Tech. After that, he couldn't draw a machine to pitch for Fortress, so that's how he went round 7. Round 8, he played a Dino Rabbit. He 2-0'd it. Second game was a really stall-out match. I couldn't get over his Snowman, and he couldn't get over my rivalry. It was just who would get frustrated first and go for it. And he Heavy Storm, cleared the field, made his Zenmains, and passed. Next turn, I summoned Cyber Dragon, made a Chimera Tech, summoned Alias, attacked him for 3900 with both them, Super Poly them, and made Excuriato for good game. That was against my good friend Vincent Tran, so shout out to you. He did amazing in the tournament as well with Dino Rabbit. Round 9, this was his one loss. It was against Andrew. He said, I'm sure you watched the match. It was a good match. However, he said he misplayed in Game 1, but it was a good match. He moved on to the top 8. He played Geargias. He beat them 2-1. In the top 4, he played Andrew again, and he won. He won this time 2-1, and it was a good match. But it was really late in Game 3, and he had used a lot of resources already. So I was able to get Bubble Man's effect off to draw 2, so that means that he must have top decked it or e-called it. And that game gave me the control of the game. In the finals, he played against Agents. He took Game 1 really easily. I came back and took Game 2 just as he came back and took Game 2, and Game 3 I feel like he overextended. He had a 3,000 attack point Tragodia. I had a set Torrential. He had summoned Earth and Torrential, and then Call the Haunted Track attacked me with 3,000. I dropped the Gores. No one saw it coming. That's what I said. The Gores would throw everyone off. He ended and was at 6,200. I drew a heavy, cleared his field, and summoned Bubble Man and attacked for 6,400. It was a good match. He felt like he really misplayed. I guess he had Hyperion in hand, but he felt that he was not going to be able to live another turn. That's why he didn't play it. So that's it, you guys. That is the deck profile. Once again, shout out to Arturo for winning. And I really appreciate him sending me the deck list and his full tournament report. I've never been able to do a full tournament report before, so I really do appreciate it. So thumbs up this video, you guys. It's great to see Heroes still on top. San Jose is known for Heroes, and it's good to see them really represented by a really good player. Shout out to everyone who made the top 8. I will be profiling the rest of the decks. There are 3 Mermail Atlantean decks. I will be profiling them all in one video as a compilation video, so stay tuned for that. I have to do a lot of research, you guys. I'm very unfamiliar with the deck, and I want the best video for you guys, so for the next day, I'll be researching them, and that will probably be the last video I upload before going to Seattle. So I hope you guys enjoy this. You know, thumbs it up, 150, 200 plus likes would be great. Let me know in your comments below. Do you like the build? Do you think the build really threw people off? Do you think cards like Gores and the main deck Dino were good? It reminds me of Angel Flores' build. Just comment below with your thoughts, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. So that's all I got to say, guys. Thank you for watching.